What's up, yo? Goblinmaxxer here. Today, well, today I got a lot done in terms of the map. Check this out. Oh yeah, the map is half complete. There are gaps, but these are intentional. So if people want to go and explore these, but on their own, they totally can. Still gotta get the other half of the map. Uh, Fortunately, unfortunately, it's whatever. Ever since the last time I went exploring, I added two more Elytra wingsuits to my collection, so this should really just be a complete breeze. I've already, you know, gotten the hang of the ascent and descent with the rockets. I basically just get to altitude, uh, which is around 1900 for the whole length of the map and 900 for halfway. And then I just let it cruise while I do something else, like play a Super Smash Bros. 2 or a Discord game. I've been really into Voxel.io recently, but that's besides the point, really. What I'm planning on doing with this entire map is trying to find all of the locations of ancient cities, and you can see there's a little spot where I did happen to go past the world border. Okay, don't tell the admins I actually hacked past the world border. No, I'm kidding. They expanded the world border at 2,000 blocks, which means once I fill the rest of this in, I'm gonna have to go around. But as I was saying earlier, basically my goal is to mark out all the locations where there could possibly be an ancient city based on above ground features, and then I don't know, just loot them all, I guess, because that would be pretty fun. And of course, I could obviously mark out all the ocean monuments as well. So we got one right here, you got one right here. I have all the ones in the perimeter, but those aren't even like the whole, like even approaching the whole of how many there actually are. There's like one, two, three. I looked over here earlier. There's a ton that are just out here in these middle parts. So I definitely have to go back out here remap everything. But for today, I think I wanted to sort of explain what erosion is so we can, get the hang of mapping a few points. And eventually we can go in and, uh, just dig straight down, see if the locations are actually primed for a deep dark. First off, I know there's one at spawn because we get a couple of jagged peaks. Basically, I'm going to give you a super quick, super simple explanation so you're up to speed. If an area is flat, that means it has very high erosion, which means that most of the rocks and stuff, it erodes over time and it makes it very flat. And those are the areas we don't want. The areas we do want are areas with low erosion, which is basically just mountains. So any place that's like super high up like this, I'm not sure about Badlands, but definitely, let's see if we can find one here. Those are windswept gravelly hills. Those are high erosion. Just gotta find, geez, they're all over the place. So things like jagged peaks, frozen peaks, these are gonna be where they're at. So, you know what? I think I'm gonna start near the corner, and I should be safe in this structure, at least for now. So let's go over to the corner, try and see if we can identify a few spots. Or do I want to start in the corner or do I want to start closer? Because I feel if we started closer, we definitely have a better shot of finding something like actually instead of, just running into already looted cities. There might be one down there, might be one. There's definitely, oh, I don't know, it depends. Is there peaks here? And have I looted this one already? I'm not sure. Erosion. Low row. That's what I'll call it. Low row for low erosion. There we go. And then we'll take a little tour out there, see if our hypothesis is true, but we'll also get a couple more as well. Just gotta find some peaks real quick. Here's some snowy slopes. Low road 2. Yeah, snowy slopes, snowy plains. I feel like this is just gonna be the same area. And then here, low row 3. Awesome. And now we'll just fly out there. Let's get our chest plate out first. And, you know what, the bow as well, just in case we run into anything. It requires immediate dispatching. And the shovel, because, well, I need to break stuff, probably. If I'm gonna be flying... Well, not if I'm gonna be flying. If I'm gonna be digging down, then yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to deal with a lot of dirt. Oh, geez, but it's pretty far out. So let me just talk about what happened today. I woke up and I played Minecraft for a few hours. And for a few of those hours, I was also playing Poxel.io, which is a Discord browser game, which you have to give all of your personal information to via a very simple and convenient terms of use screen, where you just click the button at the bottom. I know that that is pretty irresponsible, and I shouldn't be doing that. However, I like to try new games on Discord, and that was the best thing I could really think of at the time, is to just give my information. Okay. So perhaps it wasn't a very good idea. This might also be low erosion. In fact, I'm nearly certain that this would be low erosion, so I want to check this out just to make sure that it's just going to be the snowy peaks and whatnot that are going to have the... Okay, someone's been down here, which is extremely interesting. Raquel has been down here. That is so strange. I would never expect anyone to even be close to here. But I mean, I guess they were here like over a month ago, so whatever. Jeez, what was it talking about? Oh yeah, Poxel.io. At the surface, it looks like a ripoff of Crunker.io, because it is pretty much. Only difference I think is that they have a kind of different game modes. Oh yeah, duke it out, bro. Who's gonna win? Leave it in the... Okay, never mind. I was too late on that. It's gonna be like, leave it in the comments below. That none of them won, because I won in the end, because I'm the alpha creature here. You'd think it's just a ripoff of Crunker.io, and I thought that until probably when I was about to give the game up, and then the thing is, they have a rocket launcher. They have a rocket launcher, right? And I'm playing the rocket launcher last because I'm like, well, I don't want to be a slow area of effect attacker, especially in a game where you only have like 3 people on each team at a time. Like, when am I gonna use this effectively? Like, when they're bunched up, like, first off, it's a really difficult game to like bunch up in, because you're always spread out, you know, trying to do something, and the maps are relatively large. So let's just say that a dream, you know, like getting 2 kills in one shot, very unlikely to actually happen. But okay, here is the start of something. Well, it's a bit more than the start of something. This is a mineshaft and a freaking geode. This is awesome. Let's get a cool screenshot of this. There we go. That's probably gonna be the thumbnail, because I'm lazy and I stopped showing my thumbnails. But back to the game that I was discussing. It was so cool when finally, like, I had the idea of like, oh, maybe I can rocket jump. You know, even though I wouldn't expect that from a game like this. And then I tried it. And guess what? You can freaking rocket jump in that game. But at first it was just, you know, a vertical rocket jump, so like, oh, if I want to gain some extra height, I guess. But man, this game doesn't have movement. How could this game have movement? That would be impossible. And then I did the little dash that the game has. It has a dash that allows you to move forward for like move fast for a brief period, like But then it stops you in place for like a second afterwards, so like you can punish it. It's not just like free movement. But if you do the dash and then like you jump and then you do the rocket, you go so freaking far. And if you switch your direction, you basically just get unlimited movement. It's insane. And that was initially what started my addiction to the game. Because it's like, dude, you have movement like that in your game, I'm playing it. It's the reason I stuck with the Super Smash Flash 2. Because it also has the RC dashing. Anything where you can just like go insanely fast for a really silly reason. I'm definitely into that. I like how this has turned less from a deep, dark finding exploration to a bit more of a... Let's see. We don't even go in the right direction. We gotta go this way for the deep, dark. But I do kind of want to see if I can get an enchanted gapple, even though they're pretty much useless to me at this point. And not because I'm like super strong or nothing. Because I don't know. Because I'm too good for them, that's why. Because I don't need an enchanted crutch apple. It's pathetic. Getting on that. Hey, catch me eating raw pufferfish instead. Yeah. Where could this possibly be? I know there's probably some cool stuff over there. In fact, there is a continuation. And diamonds, so it would be very silly of me to not go over there. However, I feel like I'm getting pulled in multiple directions at once here. But as it turns out in Poxel.io, you can actually do a lot of goofy movement stuff with a lot of the different guns. Let's see, what is it? You can do... Like with some of the rapid fire weapons, you can like glide with after doing your dash, which personally I think is freaking steezing and balling. And let's see, what else is there? I don't think there's anything with a pump, unfortunately, but there is something with the freaking eagle, which is just completely mysterious to me as to why the pump doesn't like recoil you super far, but the deagle does. In fact, the deagle's, in my opinion, besides the rocket launcher, in fact, I think it actually is better than the rocket launcher in terms of letting you rocket jump, which is funny because it's a freaking pistol. It does not push you, should not push you back that far, but it does for some freaking reason, because I don't know, the devs are high or something. It's absolutely ridiculous, but it is extremely fun. Let me tell you that. As long as it's fun, I personally do not give that much of a crud. Ooh, don't curse, don't curse. No, I don't give a damn, dude. If it's fun, I don't care if it doesn't make sense IRL. Just give me more of that. Just give me more. Just give me more. It's not like drugs, though. I'm not addicted. Even though I played it for like 2 hours. Just completely unprompted. I played it in an empty VC. Okay, that definitely signifies a problem. If I'm playing Discord games in an empty VC, I think that's too far. It's certainly too far. I don't think you really come back from that. Let's see here. Can I sort of cheese this again? I'd like to see if I can. Because I don't want to necessarily just be strip mining for the entire rest of the video. I'd like to actually find something. 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 Oh, holy moly, I found something. That's for sure. Even if I fell into lava, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. because I have Front 4 on all of my armor, which means I basically just don't die to lava. Like, watch this. I could just do that. In fact, I could probably swim back up. You know, if I wasn't slow. So I'm probably just gonna bridge back up. What I got. I'll even take a little dip ski while I reascend here. Yeah, that's basically the game I've been wasting my life on. Oh no, it's not wasting my life, it's building important brain cells. That's what it's doing. It's stimulating my brain. Just like when they gave Mario to a bunch of people, it stimulates the brain. That's an argument I tried to use on my mom when I was like 11. I found like a scientific study which suggested that Mario is like superfood for your brain. And I just took that. Well, that was the title of the article, and I just quoted the title verbatim, even though it was probably like clickbait as heck. And I just recited it to my mom. Of course, you know, she didn't really budge on that. No, I still wonder why to this day. No, it's because it's like video games. It's not really like, you know, I don't know. Maybe that's my own prejudice, as influenced by me mother. My own mother brainwashing me. How could she? What the heck? No, but yeah, if you spend too much of your life playing video games, it is very funny for me to say because I spend a lot of my life playing video games. Then there's definitely something wrong with you on a fundamental level. Which again is funny because I play video games all the time. A lot more than, you know, hanging out with people. That's just my personal preference. Because, I mean, I don't know. I don't really feel like hanging out with people that much. So I just stay inside and I play Minecraft. It's not because, like, I can't. It's not because, you know, it scares me to be with other people. It's just like, I'll, like, talk to people and I'll be with people and I'll hang out with people. And then it's like, yay, so awesome, I'm with people. And then, like, there's a certain point where eventually I'm like, why did I do this? This is, you know, my social battery is worn out. I kind of don't want to be here anymore. Okay, surely we can slash spawn here. Yes, okay. I'm gonna get out of jail free card. Because I didn't find the deep dark within a certain amount of time. Well, I mean, that proves that we definitely can't find anything in just like a little stump like we had just tried to explore here. Oh, wait, where was it? Where was I just? I don't remember. And to be completely honest, I don't care. So that's I'll just go for the peaks from now on. I won't mess with any of that you know, plateau sort of stuff. For stuff that just simply has high elevation. Uh but for this these next few peaks, I definitely want to save that for a future episode. But if you liked today's episode, like the video, I guess. And yeah, that's all I got for you. See ya.